The Miller era of Thomas is easily the most controversial era of Thomas for a number of reasons. Most of the stories are repetitive, some of the concepts are dumb, and the characters don't really feel like themselves. Overall, this was a bad era for Thomas, and I don't think this was ever anyone's favorite era. While I don't think this era is as bad as people say it is, I still do think it's bad. However, there are some good episodes from this era, and today, I'm going to list off my top 10 favorite episodes from this era. Without wasting any more time, let's begin. Number 10. Oh, the Indignity. Many people say that Gordon is one of the few characters in this era that was written really well, and I agree. This episode shows him in his truest form, with him getting upset about working in a garbage dump. I also really like the ending where Gordon puts his pride aside and asks if Whiff can pull the express. Number 9. Diesel's special delivery. I like the more sympathetic side of Diesel's character, and the story itself isn't too degrading. Number 8. Edward the hero. Edward for once is somewhat in character, and his theme in this episode is a bop. Not much more to say. Number 7. Snow Tracks. Again, Gordon is one of the best characters written in the Miller era. I really like how consistent they were with Thomas and Gordon's alliance, something that the Brenner seasons always forgot about. Number 6. Henry's Health and Safety. This is my favorite episode of season 14. Henry's OCD in this is actually justified, and it's a great episode discussing the consequences of putting random rolling stock in the middle of the main line. Number 5. Tickled Pink. My favorite season 13 episode. I really like the mention of an undercoat. That's a nice little nod to real life, not to mention that James is perfectly in character. Number 4. Spencer the Grand. Finally, a Spencer episode where he takes center stage. The scene where he helps Percy is great and the animation is really good. Alright, now on to the episodes that break the 8 out of 10 bar for me. And unsurprisingly, they are all season 16 episodes. Number 3. Don't Bother Victor. This episode marks the return of the Skarloey Railway engines. Big plus there. Their CGI renders are amazing, Peter, Sam, and Rheneas are decently in character, and the story overall was pretty good. Number 2. Happy Birthday, Sir. Yeah, probably the most popular episode of this era isn't my favorite, but it's still really good. That flashback with Sir Topham Hatt and Edward is really cool. Thomas, for once, isn't stupid here, and the Three Strikes formula aren't degrading whatsoever. It had a good plot and is overall a great way to end off the Miller era. And the number 1 best episode of the Miller era is Percy and the Calliope. This episode feels like something from the classic series. A story about something old that's deemed useless getting restored into something new again. Percy himself feels decently in character. I will admit his ideas to fix the Calliope are pretty dumb, but it's nitrogen logic for you. Don't ask questions. Besides, Percy didn't even know what a Calliope was until the Duchess told him, so how could he know how it works? The Calliope itself looks great, and the tune it plays is a great homage to the classic series. The fact that Hartshorn felt the need to compose the original theme from the classic series should not go unappreciated. Overall, this episode is easily the best of a bad era.